On the night of October 31st, 1517, an Augustinian monk tacked a piece of paper to the door of a church in Wittenberg, Germany. On it were 95 questions about the nature of salvation, refuting the sale of indulgences. The door functioned as a kind of bulletin board for scholastic discussion, and he hoped to generate some dialogue among his colleagues. This hardly seemed like the start of a revolution, but Martin Luther was in the right place at the right time. His action set in motion a chain of events few could have imagined. It would change Christianity forever. There had been countless calls for reform, but Luther had one weapon at his disposal that previous reformers did not have: the printing press. His 95 Theses quickly became the world's first bestseller, its author the most beloved and reviled man in all of Europe. The Catholic Church was largely unprepared for the Reformation. The swiftness with which people abandoned her authority revealed the depth of resentment that had been simmering for generations. Zwingli brought the Reformation to Zurich, Switzerland, followed by John Calvin, who taught that it was not only the church that needed reform, but society and politics as well. In contrast, the Anabaptists rejected any alliance of church and state. King Henry VIII broke away from Rome, creating the Church of England. If the Roman Church was to survive, it could no longer ignore the challenges presented by the reformers. In the middle of the 16th century, the Council of Trent, which lasted 18 years, sought to define Catholic doctrine in what is often called the Counter-Reformation or Catholic Reformation. One of the most important Catholic groups to arise at this time was the Jesuits, founded by Ignatius Loyola. Many were fiercely anti-Protestant, yet the Jesuits sent numerous missionaries to the New World, North and South America, and to the East. Jesuit missionaries believed outsiders must respect customs and rituals of indigenous people as long as they are not sin. But their successes were undercut by Rome. Church leaders would not allow indigenous people to be promoted to high office, nor was the Mass to be held in any language but Latin. This perpetuated the idea that the Jesuits were imposing Western culture on others. When the Catholic and Orthodox churches split in the 11th century, they were already divided geographically. Not so with the Protestant Reformation. As a result, 100 years of religious wars followed the Reformation. Many Christians were certain it was the end of the world. These wars and internal conflicts gave rise to rationalism as intellectuals sought to bring order to this volatile state. In Great Britain, rationalism led to deism, the belief that God is not involved in the affairs of men. In France, it led to the bloody French Revolution, which greatly reduced Rome's power and influence. Others placed more emphasis upon a personal experience of God. John and Charles Wesley founded the Methodist movement, which sprang out of the Church of England.